Hello, everyone, and welcome back to A Symphonic Note. These are quick cutscenes that Symphony offers that run parallel along our Vampire the Masquerade campaign Sanguine arch. These are brief scenes or sometimes longer scenes that are high impact, emotionally dense, and give you some additional insight on the characters that populate this world and the stories that we are collectively telling together. This Symphonic Note is called Negotiations. Traci, please tell us who you are, where you can be found if you want to be found, and who you're playing tonight.
I'm Traci. I'm playing Rosalia Lombardo. She goes by Leah. And you can find me on just about every social media as Mythical Magpie. One word.
Love it, love it, love it. And Joe, again, it's always an absolute delight to have you on the Symphony, baby. Tell us.
Thank you. I am Joe Auerbach, and I am also Joe Auerbach on Blue Sky. And I forgot to say this last time, but also I write fantasy nonsense on crowdsforgotten.com. And if you want to read it, you can go read it. It's free.
Yes. And who are you going to be playing in this symphonic?
I'm definitely playing Justice this time.
Cast, timeline wise, how soon is this conversation happening after the events in Plain City?
I think it's better if it's the next day, because then Leah and I have not had time to talk about it. We drove home mostly separate, right? So
yeah,
or heel.
Yeah,
or heel. Okay.
We don't have to imagine a conversation or whatever.
It just hit immediately following. I like the idea in my head that this meeting was scheduled by Gloria. It was put on both of your calendars where you knew this meeting was happening like shortly after
the timing's just bad.
Sunset, and it just happened to be all that nonsense happened the night before.
Yeah, perfect.
That's amazing. So you're going to wind up arriving to the mansion, which I think we put in New Albany or Bexley somewhere. I'll figure it out. It doesn't really matter, but you're able to arrive at Edmund's mansion. What is the state of you two when you exit the vehicle? Or do you arrive separately?
We can arrive separately. It's easier for her hair if she doesn't have to ride on my bike. So
okay.
When Justice arrives, he looks fine until he takes his helmet off and then still has some pretty angry claw marks all down his face. They have healed a little overnight, but there's still at least a level of aggravated damage across the face. So it probably looks like angry scabs right now.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Very quick question with you as we're talking about aggravated damage, not just physically, but emotionally. Who were you fighting with? I'm just curious. And you don't even have to tell us right now. I'm okay if you tell me, hey, we'll get back to you.
No, I think I know. I think that Justice, I don't think grew up with those people. I don't think that he was one of them. I think that was one of the first places he stayed when he came to town. I think it was a safe haven for him for a long time. And I think it just didn't fit for probably obvious reasons. It just didn't fit.
I like that.
And I think they wanted it to fit more than he did.
So a lot of resentment walked into that moment before you even opened your mouth.
Yeah. That probably explains the mouth, which is now bisected a little bit.
And Leah, what's your state when you arrive to Edmund's mansion?
I think she's probably at the very least got a bruised rib or two from getting flung across a forest. And unlike a lot of the vampires that she knows, she can't force blood to heal herself.
Right.
And so I think that would be illustrated by just, holding her arm kind of close to her ribs to give them a little bit of extra support. But otherwise, she's trying to be as upright as possible. She's nervous. She's very nervous. This conversation could seal the fate for her mom.
Yeah.
And so obviously she's terrified. And I'm not even sure how she feels about feeding at this point. She's probably terrified. Because she doesn't know what yesterday meant. What does that mean? Is she infectious?
Yeah.
And so I think everything about her is on edge.
The door swings open as the two of you approach, and Gloria is standing there in nothing short of an opulent radiance. She is dressed in a long sleeve, tailed lavender gown. She has on her pearl necklaces, her pearl earrings, and that same petty, vicious bite that's in her eyes is present as it always is. And she looks over you, Justice, and she she looks over you, Justice, and she looks to you, Leah, and then her eyes drop. And you know that she can see that you're holding a rib. And then her gaze shoots back over to you, Justice, and it's full flagrant accusation. It doesn't matter what actually happened. She's holding you personally responsible.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong. But also, per society, that's your county.
Yep.
She has opinions. They're all written across her face. She doesn't feel the need to articulate them. She doesn't welcome you in as much as she turns from the door, makes a flippant motion with her wrists, and then walks in with the full expectation that she's going to be followed.
Well, she's not wrong. So
I let him go first, and I follow behind, closing the door behind us.
Joe, where is this particular conversation happening in the house? Now, mind you, she's got a full attitude now, so she probably had a room set up, but it might be somewhere else now because now she's got an attitude. But that's your call.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, I think she was planning on having us in like the reception room, where like the piano is and the drinks and stuff are. I think she probably is going to move into a study with a small fireplace going now instead. Just in case.
That's such a move for her too.
Yeah.
Since you brought my property, well, it's not my property, back to me battered. Let's call everyone's beast to the front of this conversation and let's talk.
I think we're walking past the room we were supposed to be in too. Like it's right over there.
That's well set up and organized, ready to receive company.
Oh, fine.
Welcome to Pettyville.
Mm-hmm.
Very briefly, Leah, you know the strategy of Gloria as well. But just very briefly, tell me, how's your beast responding when you walk into a room with fire and you're already this on edge?
Well, if we look at my compulsion, my compulsion is paranoia.
Oof.
So my touchstones are very trusting. However, there is a part of me that's just very nervous and very scared. And I think I probably stopped dead in that doorway. And as I've seen other vampires do around her when I was a ghoul to her, some of them just could not bring themselves closer to that fire.
Yeah, they just couldn't approach.
And I think for a minute, I'm there. I'm just frozen kind of in the doorway.
It's a power play from the socialite, but also, let's be honest, she's Malkavian. On some level, this is absolutely a game for her. Joe, how's Justice's beast right now? He's been through some things the last couple days.
I mean, honestly, here's the thing. If anything, I think this calms me down a little. Like, I don't want to be next to the fire. But I think that, like, this is a little bit like if you're expecting, if you go home expecting a spanking and what you get is like a talking to, you're like, oh, okay. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Right.
So I think I'm a little relieved at that. I try to like, I'll just take, I'm going to leave a seat for Leah that is a little further away, just, to try to be considerate. And she has every right to rub my nose in this, so I'm going to let her. I don't think I'm taking it personally yet. We'll see if I get there.
Gloria glides through this small chamber and she goes and she rests her left elbow on the wooden mantle above the fire. And she sweeps the tail of her dress around her and she glares at the two of you. And then she brings her focus to Justice. What exactly are you? I'm tired of gossiping. I'm tired of asking. What are you?
It's an interesting question. Why are we having this conversation?
Because it matters for my negotiation.
All right, fair enough. You're asking, I assume, about my parentage,
Yes.
or my lineage, rather. Like, you don't care that I'm a Mets fan.
No. I don't particularly care if you're a Mets fan. I don't care why you're in my house with half of your face hanging out. And she looks to Leah's ribs and she looks back at you. I just want to know what exactly you are.
You're going to care about that part. It's related. Um, Thank you for asking, ma'am. I'm a gangrel. Or most of the time. I don't know if they'd agree.
She pauses for a moment and you can just tell she's intense, but her poker face isn't exceptionally strong.
Mhm.
A lot of her emotions are outward facing.
Yeah.
And you can tell that whatever prediction she had, she didn't have gangrel on it. Her shoulders adjust. So they left you when they vacated the city.
I was never really in the club, so I wasn't super shocked.
That makes sense how the two of you are able to tolerate each other given your arrangement. You're both orphans.
I suppose.
I want to negotiate the handling of Rosalia Lombardo. And Leah, you can see what she's doing. You've been in this space with her before. She's trying to emulate Edmund. She's trying to call on her inner Ventru when she's walking into these type of arrangements. From an optic standpoint, it's heinous that you are the scourge of Columbus and the simultaneous encounter of the very thing that you hunt and destroy every night.
Well, I don't disagree there. It's
So
very
I
weird.
want it is. So I want to negotiate terms to either switch her accounting to another, or I want to work out a professional relationship where she comes into my employ.
Okay. Let's talk.
And then she's going to look to you, Leah. I can see Leah twirling her hair, that nervous action that she does.
That she learned from Gloria,
That she
actually.
learned from Gloria. Yeah, at least she doesn't have the splotches of red showing this night. She came into this one prepared. Your existence is pitiful. Your existence is illegal. Your existence invites scrutiny, suspicion, and disdain.
Yes, ma'am.
But Edmund chose you, and you were supposed to be mine. And now you're whatever it is that you are. But whatever it is that this is, whatever it is that you are, I want what was promised to me. I have lost enough. What do you want from this shattered existence that you currently embody?
I got into this service because Edmund and you promised a life for my mother. Um, her bills are more than any job that I could. Edmund got her into an amazing place, and I'm so grateful. I can't afford it. That's that's all I want. and Prince Glass is of higher standing and has more status. But she took me from you. The person who made me took me from you. Prince Glass assured that I would not be able to be away from justice. And that feels intentional.
And then she's going to look over to you, Justice. You don't want her. I know that you don't.
Not the same way you do. I also don't want her to die. And rough as last night was, I am teaching her to survive, which is a useful skill. I'm also not super interested in pissing off the prince.
Miss Gloria, I don't want you to spend any more of your personal resources. Edmund lost a boon to keep me alive. I can't ask you to do any more than that. But I'll work for you. As long as the two of you can come to an agreement, I'll do whatever I can. But they're asking for more money than we have to give, and they're going to send her back home. They can't help her back home. Not like they do here.
Her gaze floats over to Justice. How do we facilitate this arrangement without provoking the agitation of Prince Glass?
Well, here's what I think. I think removing her from my accounting this soon, it's going to piss her off. Not only is it going to piss her off, it's even worse optics, actually, because as well respected as you are, there's a very good chance that she is never going to be acknowledged. That would be a stain for you. It's not really for me. My reputation has been through a lot worse. But she does want to work for you, and I don't have a problem with that as long as she's being compensated. I think it's pretty clear what she wants. But she's underselling herself quite a bit. Would you be able to ensure that she is fed while she's here? I mean, bags are fine. I don't care.
She kind of looks over to him and it absolutely like, Gloria can tell she has some things she wants to say, but she doesn't want to interrupt.
This accounting situation,
Yeah,
is arguably a larger scandal than whatever's happening with that Venture boy that's been under for 30-something years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is the best thing that's happened to him in a long time.
I don't know why Leah is under your accounting, but it feels like a placeholder.
I know.
Or a stall. I don't know.
Oh, I know.
What?
Leah got picked up from a grocery store. You know how many people go through a grocery store in Bexley every day? 2,500 minimum. They didn't accidentally pick up a ventricle. I think she's in on purpose, and I think maybe a lot of the other embraces were a cover. So I might need her for the investigation. It's important. But that's it.
So
I
she
am
stays
happy
under
to
your
help.
accounting.
Yeah. And
She
I might
resides
occasionally
here.
need to work with her. That's all.
Okay. So she stays under your accounting. She resides here. She works for me. She's compensated. I will handle her feeding. You will handle her training.
Yes, ma'am. That makes me comfortable.
You're doing that weird thing you do where your upper lip twitches when you have something to say, but you're too afraid to say it out loud. What is it?
Well,
Oh,
For
sorry.
starters.
Apologies. She looks to Leah when she says that.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Joe. Sorry.
We both were
She got
twitching.
attached. It's
We were both twitching.
Like, woo.
I look over to my encounter for just a moment, and I'm torn. I feel.
I think I have demonstrated that I don't know when to shut up. So you can say whatever.
Okay.
I
So
love justice.
she says, Miss Gloria, we learned some things yesterday, and I think you and I are going to need to talk.
Yeah.
I know what I feel, and what I feel is when this investigation is through, Prince Class is going to ask Justice to kill me. That's what I feel. I just feel it. I may be wrong, but something bigger is going on, and I don't want you to lose more. So I want later for us to have a conversation about what we just learned.
I agree.
Later does not work for me. Let's have it now. She sweeps her dress out in front of her. She storms out of the room. She makes that left into the hallway and that left into the room that you just passed where the conversation should have originally occurred.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that would be a great time to close this particular symphonic note.
Excellent.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and have a